Redmond just ran past Charlie Sterling there. Are the two of them on the same page?
I mean, they certainly have been a odd couple of people to tag together so far, but you know, I think Joel Redmond is just a person who's full of beans.
Well, Joel Redmond and Charlie Sterling, they're former undisputed British tag team champions alongside one another. For Charlie Sterling, he felt this tournament was a chance at redemption, a path back to tag team championship gold. But he has had very different ideas in mind of how to achieve that objective than his tag team partner, the man who at one point, I think he would be fair to say, was his mentor, his tutor, very much like Doug Williams has promised to be to Brendan White. And they've both had very, very different philosophies.
Introducing their opponents, Newman and JJ Gale!
Well, what I will tell you is how this tournament works is Redmond and Sterling would probably have a chance of winning this thing if it wasn't for the cheating of your Legion boys last week in Huntington. And if Joel Redmond had decided to use the chair against the Legion, then it could be a different factor altogether. But you lot, you preyed on the fact that Joel Redmond is a sportsman.
I don't...
Look at this, and there you see the attitude there from Charlie Sterling. And I had hoped that after that last contest, these two would get on the same page as one another.
Well, until they do get on the same page as each other, they're not as effective as they could be, to be honest. Callum Newman here, lying back down, curling into the fetal position, being an absolute idiot. Wonderful start. And JJ Gale, hometown hero here to the Southampton Rock.
That sounded like Legion's music.
Don't worry, don't worry. Not getting involved whatsoever.
Collar elbow tie up.
Nice little clean break there from Joel Redmond. Letting young Jonathan Gale get away from him there. Popping the hips to try and break this waistlock, sliding behind into a waistlock of his own. Wonderful technique from Joel, as always. JJ, you know, he's not there yet, but he's still got a few tricks of his own.
Nice reversal there from JJ Gale. Of course, it was feared that JJ Gale wouldn't be able to compete tonight, but he's been cleared by our medics, injuring himself in his contest last week against TK Cooper and Chuck Mambo. What a fantastic professional wrestling match that was. Perhaps the contest of Block B of the Great British Tag League thus far. Many people are calling it, and I know you're giving me an evil glare, Gideon.
It would have been such a shame if he was not meant to be able to compete tonight, wouldn't it? It would have been tragic. But people don't know what they're talking about, so I'll let them say whatever they want.
And JJ Gale.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, you like the way he was, Joel Redmond there was just...
I wouldn't complain.
It's a Greco-Roman knuckle lock now as Joel Redmond rolls through. He almost said Doug Williams. Very similar in their styles are Joel Redmond and Doug Williams, and that was a great technical encounter we saw last week at the 229 live at Knock Cockpit, live at the London Knock Pit, 52. As a head scissors applied. Will you stop looking at me like that?
How long? Coming in against Jonathan. Lovely little headlock, wrenching it. Backs him up to the rope, sends him off.
Drops down, Charlie's vaulted over there. JJ Gale charges this time, hangs on, showing no ill effects of that ankle injury as he gets a 2 count on Charlie Sterling there. And there's a tag into Callum Newman, and look at that, he ran straight into that right hand of Charlie Sterling.
And you can always be certain that you're going to be able to sucker punch Callum Newman because he is an idiot.
Ducks out the clothesline attempts. How quick is Callum Newman, but how strong is Charlie Sterling as he tries to hang on to that side headlock. Charlie Sterling now charges him into the ropes. Callum Newman, look at that for speed.
Oh, catches the arm.
Changes the direction. Beautiful Hurricane Rana as Charlie Sterling goes flying through the air. And how good is Callum Newman? Hook of the leg, and there's a kick out. And there's no doubt in my mind that Callum Newman is the future of this business. But right now, he's still very much in that learning process. But this tag team with JJ Gale is an absolutely perfect opportunity. They may not have won the Great British Tag League. They may be sitting on 0 points, but they've got an opportunity to end up with a respectable 3, wind up third in the group, and have learned a great deal of lessons. I say it time and time again, win or learn, win or learn, win or learn, and they're learning so much in the sport of professional wrestling.
I mean, with the amount of learning they've been doing in their matches, they should be absolute world beaters by now, because they certainly never win. Beautiful suplex.
Beautiful snap in motion. I'm glad we can agree on something, Gideon.
Oh, I absolutely love the sport of professional wrestling. I just absolutely despise the respect shown between competitors. There's no point in liking your opposition.
There's a handful of tights there from Joel Redmond there, using that to lift JJ Gale up.
He might be starting to get into it.
Snap suplex, this time from Charlie Sterling. And in Redmond and Sterling, you often see them mirroring one another, and that's just a byproduct of their training, or of course Charlie Sterling's training, because Joel Redmond taught him so many of the tricks of the game.
Redmond back in, lovely little kick for him.
Oh, nice suplex.
The way that he floats him up and then brings him down with a snap is just absolutely wonderful to watch.
Stomp to the midsection there of JJ Gale. Gale's in some trouble now.
He is, but he is fortunate against nastier competition. You could be sure that that ankle would have been targeted.
The knee dug into the spine of Gale. Gale in all kinds of trouble. There's a right hand to the midsection. Gale now sucking for air.
He definitely does suck.
If we had a bit of a drinking game going for people at home for every time I said, will you stop, Gideon? I think some people would be very drunk by the end of this broadcast. Will you stop, Gideon? As JJ Gale makes a tag into Callum Newman, who could be the game changer here. Big forearm strike onto Joel Redmond. Callum Newman, beautifully done. Triple jump, springboard flying European uppercut from Callum Newman. The Prince of Pace now, living up to his moniker. Hurricane Rana hangs onto a leg, but can only get a 2 count. But Callum Newman now fired up, charges Joel Redmond, but Redmond with a back body drop. Newman hangs onto the apron and catches Joel Redmond with a big kick. And now what's he got in mind? Just kicks off Charlie Sterling. He knew better than to trust that Charlie Sterling was gonna stick to the rules, but Joel Redmond there almost capitalising on the distraction provided by his tag team partner, just pushed Charlie Sterling, and Charlie Sterling stranded, and look at this. Was there a tag there? I think there was a tag.
Charlie Sterling would not be complaining if there wasn't. I trust that man implicitly. But let's be honest, you need to slow Callum Newman down whenever you get the chance, because he wrestles like he's 5 years old.
I really don't know what's going on. There wasn't a tag. There wasn't a tag.
Well, there has been now.
I genuinely don't know what's going on here between Joel Redmond and Charlie Sterling. They need to get together. They need to get on the same page, because as I've stated time and time again, it's not just about this Great British Tag League. They're going to work in tandem here. We're going to see a suplex and perhaps bomb scare knee drop combination as Callum Newman is down, and I don't think he realises that Joel Redmond about to come off the top with a bomb scare knee drop. And when they work on the same page, they are very, very effective alongside one another. As there's a cover and just a 2 count, Callum Newman kicks out again.
And it does just go to show you, Joel Redmond needs to be listening to Charlie Sterling more often. Lovely knees to the back.
It's all about the rankings as well. It's not just about where you land in the tournament, it's about the rankings moving forward. Both teams are going to want to get a shot at those undisputed British Tag Team Championships, and whoever wins this contest, their path to the gold will be that little bit shorter.
And whoever wins this contest will find that when they get to the championship match, the Legion will beat them.
Well, that remains to be seen. There's still a lot of work for the Legion to do. It starts tonight with that big contest between Sunshine Machine and the Legion, and Sunshine Machine are the informed team in Revolution Pro Wrestling. You have to be a betting man to bet against them.
Well, I will just say that there is no way in hell Mango and Mini Cooper are going to beat the Legion.
Well, let's see if you eat your words later on. There's a handful of hair there from Joel Redmond.
Lovely,
Joel Redmond
lovely.
picking up the aggression within the realms of the law.
And that's what you like to see. Wonderful little tag.
Tag into Charlie Sterling. Big boot.
Straight to the temple. He knows his spots. He's picking them well. And the referee doesn't seem to be having a problem with these closed fists from Callum Newman. Lovely forearm strikes there. Opening up those ribs again. Another lovely shot to Callum Newman. And these two just taking their time. They're happy doing whatever they want to just take Callum Newman slowly apart. And a lot of people, they do compare Callum Newman to a young Will Ospreay. And I do agree with them, because they are both incredibly stupid. Taking too many risks, taking too little time to think about what they're doing, and often it costs them, like this.
Are we ready for drink number 2, those of you watching at home? Will you stop, Gideon? As there's a tag into Charlie Sterling, and Charlie Sterling barking the orders to Joel Redmond. To me, this is a combustible situation between Redmond and Sterling, and I really question how long this tandem of Redmond and Sterling can last here in Revolution Pro Wrestling if they go about their business. They're great friends. They are great friends. They're both best men at each other's wedding, and Callum Newman fighting out of it. And look at this, sends Redmond into Sterling. But Charlie Sterling still manages to stop in his tracks, and this time he makes a tag into JJ Gale. Charlie Sterling swings, JJ Gale ducked out, flying European uppercut. Nicely done from JJ Gale. Nice forearm strike. Roaring elbow motion from JJ Gale. The Southampton boys come home live in Southampton 13. JJ Gale connects with a spinning Falcon Arrow, hook of a leg, single-handedly looking to win this one for his team. As JJ Gale now has changed the whole complexion of this contest. And JJ Gale on his day can be a difference maker.
He can indeed, he can indeed. Jonathan is feeling it tonight. Got him up in that glory special.
What about this recombination? Double boot stomp, rotates him through to the knee. Callum Newman with that revolution kick. And now JJ Gale sends him face first down to the canvas. And how about a super kick in stereo? There's a tag into Callum Newman, now the legal man. There's a 2 count. As Charlie Sterling breaks up the pin there, keeping his team into this one. JJ Gale throws him outside the ring. And now, JJ Gale. I'm not sure what on earth he's got in mind. I think it needs his referee, Chris Hatch. Just letting him get on with it here. They took too long, and look, see JJ Gale favouring that leg, that injured leg. There's a meeting between Callum Newman and JJ Gale. Joel Redmond hoists him up on the shoulders, and this is where Redmond and Sterling can shine. And there's a cover. And JJ Gale kicked out. I don't think either Redmond or Sterling can believe it.
And it's the first time they've appeared to be working effectively together this whole contest, but it just wasn't enough to put...
And watch out from the top, Callum Newman! Missile dropkick takes down both men. Wonderfully done by the Prince of Pace. You can say whatever you want about Callum Newman and JJ Gale, but you can't take away their heart and their tenacity.
It is true, they are very tenacious.
As Gale makes a tag into Newman. Rolls him through. Pele kick! Through to his feet goes Callum Newman. Catches a boot. Rolls through. What about that for a 619 over the top rope? Unbelievable from Callum Newman, looking for a springboard. Sterling charges. Newman over his feet, but gets caught into that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And Charlie Sterling now following through in quick succession with a power bomb and hangs on, stacks him up. Just a 2-count super kick straight to the jaw. Hook of the leg, and it's Soldo! That was close.
It was. Unfortunately, he did target Callum Newman's head, which is historically the strongest part of his body, because there is nothing in there to damage.
I'm going to refrain from saying it just for our viewers at home, as Charlie Sterling now looking to get the Texas Cloverleaf. But this is interesting because he tagged in Joel Redman. Joel Redman's the legal man, and Joel Redman's transitioned into the crossface, and Charlie Sterling eats a drop kick from JJ Gale. And let's try and concentrate on Joel Redman and Callum Newman. And Joel Redman hanging on for everything he's got with that crossface, but JJ Gale finally manages to find a break after laying it in on Joel Redman. And Joel Redman was taking unprotected shots, unable to protect himself because he was so intent on hanging on to that crossface. And will that come back to haunt him as JJ Gale runs into... Hang on a minute, did you see that from Joel Redman? The low blow!
Didn't see a thing. The match was still going on.
Hey, come on a minute, hang on! Joel Redman!
And gaining 3 more points to the Great British Tag League, Joel Redman and Charlie Sterling!
And Gideon Gray applauds as Joel Redman and Charlie Sterling go to work.
Well
Callum Newman, it was a setup all along.
This is what I've been waiting to see from Joel Redman. Just decent wrestling without.
And look at that, you see that?
Safety. Wonderful.
Charlie Sterling throwing a dustbin and a pint on JJ Gale, and look at that look on the kisser of Joel Redman.
And now this is what you want to see.
And this is exactly what Charlie Sterling wanted to see.
Destroying the merchandise down at ringside. Wonderful behaviour.
And they're not done, are they? This is unbelievable. Charlie Sterling and Joel Redman.
And no one coming to help this young couple of JJ Gale and Callum Newman. And it's probably because no one likes them, let's be honest.
Well, I think that's enough.
Well done, Joel.
Charlie Sterling's still out.
Oh, he can stay out there as long as he wants.
My God, the intensity.
And Tracer X, who had one heck of a matchup against the Filth King Brubaker earlier, if his ribs weren't already hurting, can you imagine?
I'd like for all those smart asses out there that like to say wrestlers know how to fall to take one of those body slams from John Davis.
What strength! The pain just writhing through the face. Is this it?
Yeah.
You know, Sean, there's certain times where we'll say there's a strategy to that 2 count. There's a strategy to catch your breath, to kind of get cool, calm, and collected. Right now, I think it's just Tracer X was trying to breathe from him. And you can see Tracer was just showing. Oh no, choke slam!
What's amazing to me is John Davis, he just seems effortless at what he's doing right now. I mean, it's almost like a night off so far.
That choke slam to the apron, the damage that was just done to X. Pinfall. X kicking out earlier on.
And I think John Davis knows that, and that's part of his game plan with this match.
The thing is, oh no, what a chop. I was going to say, when it comes to Tracer, it was this very building. It was Style Battle Season 1, Episode 2. He had to wrestle 3 times. He was victorious that night. He's no stranger. His conditioning can handle multiple matches, but there's nothing like John Davis.
I swear, no one hits or kicks harder than John Davis.
2 count only. If I ran into John Davis on the street in a dark alley.
Run.
I mean,
Run.
I don't even think I could run fast enough to feel safe. This is a tough dude. It is a man that just the intimidation, every time I go anywhere near John Davis, he chooses if we're having a conversation. And look at Davis just walking out of the way. He saw the offense coming. It's called high risk for a reason. But not able to slow him down. Power slam! This is it.
We used to call that the big thump.
Photo finish, but the reality is he's in trouble. Was it smart to kick out, Sean?
That was actually a very good question, I don't know. But he knows how much this means. He's in the ring with John Davis in FIP.
Chops from Chaser to one by John. You just said it, just crumpling Tracer X.
He's letting him have a seat. It's nice of him, right? It's nice of him to give him a seat.
Oh, what a kick. Just take it out, Tracer X. Already had a battle tonight, but Superstar, a chop again. I had hoped he'd find a way. I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but this young man has come so close to certain victories, but not able to attain that victory here in FIP. This would be career changing. But
this match is going to change his career one way or the other, trust me.
And you're right, that just backbreaker there. John is making it clear he's the champion for a reason. He's controlling the pace of this matchup, and he's really just dishing out punishment. And despite the WWE faithful trying to will Tracer X here, there's some folks that appreciate the toughness that is John Davis. Tracer trying to fight back, and vicious knee.
How can you not appreciate this guy?
I mean, I'm not knocked out, Sean.
I mean, I'm not saying John Davis is my best friend or anything. I probably wouldn't hang out with him, but damn.
This has to be it. No. Point, you do. I know you were saying the championship would be worth not thinking about tomorrow. I don't know, man. This kind of stuff, look at the way he's going after the kidneys. This is how careers get ended.
Well, if he survives this, it's an unbelievable learning experience for him, but that's if.
Spinebuster from Davis!
Spinebuster from hell, I would call it. My God.
Look at the awkward way Tracer X ended up in those ropes.
He's hurt.
Sick kick, that's gotta be it.
That's over, it's over.
No!
Are you kidding me? How the hell did
John Davis?
No, there's a face of shock on John Davis. We don't know many people that could have possibly kicked out of a kick like that. It was brutal. He took his damn head off. But he counters again. Yeah.
Oh, the pop-up powerbomb. Not slowing down, German suplex.
Amazing.
We've seen that tandem of offense from John before. Is this it? It is. Ladies and gentlemen, John Davis
wrestling, but he is drawn potentially the toughest test on the Rise roster because he is dealing, and we can see Noir trying to work his way back up to a vertical base to neutralize the pressure here. Out there, oh wow! That was a veteran maneuver from Christian Noir, suckered Ashton in and cut him off. Very strategic wrestling by Noir, and that is what makes him so dangerous.
If Ashton Day is not familiar with Christian Noir, he's about to be. This is not where you want to get caught with a nightmare like Christian Noir.
And we know that Noir is a violent athlete. He'll fight anyway. The fact that a matchup starts in the ring is merely coincidental for Christian Noir. He'll fight you in the concession stand, the parking lot, anywhere.
Pillar to post, window to wall, doesn't matter for Christian Noir.
But even Noir has a method to the madness because he knows he can win the matchup in the ring.
Indie wrestle. You can watch his ass whoop on all you want.
Terrifying about Christian Noir. He has the capabilities to beat you in so many different ways, but he chooses the most brutal, the most violent, the most physically devastating to beat you.
And if that face doesn't say it all, man. Oh, wow. Misdirection, but Noir had it scouted.
Smarts there by Christian
Axe
Noir.
kick right to the spine. That was nasty.
When you reach your peak, when you start to really reach your physical peak the way Noir is, I mean, it's terrifying. Someone like Christian Noir.
Noir's in the best shape of his life. And after what we've seen him accomplish so far this year, I've said it before and I'll say it again, 2022 may be the year of Noir. Cover here, finds 2.5. And if you're Ashton Day, because you've made your debut in a lot of different promotions over the years here, another lateral press, what kind of pressure is it for an athlete on their first night in a promotion?
You want to make a huge impact because you know that the higher-ups, these people are watching, and you want to
Yeah, matchmaker Chris LaRusso has his eyes on this matchup.
Absolutely. You want to be brought back. You want to show that what you bring to the table, win or lose, what you bring to the table is something that the company will benefit from having you in the ring. And, you know, we saw that definitely early right now with Ashton Day. But as this match goes on, you know, you're seeing a lot of fight, but Christian Noir just having his way right now with Ashton.
He's clamping down in those carotid arteries, trying to restrict the blood flow, trying to make
Day fighting back, but just not enough momentum built up. Shoulder tackles are such a momentum maneuver. And Christian Noir, with just a little bit of run, built up enough momentum to be able to counter the blow and deliver one of his own to Ashton Day.
one of those kamikaze type maneuvers from Noir. But one thing I'll say is I'm really impressed with the fight of Ashton Day. He's in there with a wow, man, ace crusher. Good night.
Do it.
That's it. That quick, one shot, game over. And what is Noir doing?
Is he going to take a trophy?
Weighing in at 80 kilograms, making his return from Japan, representing the United Empire, he is Dangerous J.A.Y. Jacob Austin Young.
And it looks like we shall see, because now Daniels has Jacob Austin Young in the corner, all the way to the ring floor.
What a dive by Daniels!
A huge dive to the outside, a big tope from main event Daniels, just hitting him head first.
See, that's how you do things. That's how you capitalize in a wrestling match.
Knew exactly when to hit that dive. He knew when to capitalize. And now he's throwing J.A.Y. back into the ring.
You know, he's got to focus on the match. Don't worry about the fans. They smell like BO and feet anyway. I wouldn't even bother with them.
These fans do not smell. A great audience that we have
They
tonight.
smell like horse manure, Scott. They go back to their ranches after the show and they shovel horse manure, okay?
I don't think there's been a ranch in the Phoenix area in 30 years. Good 6 feet off the ground. Easily.
This man should be an Olympian. He should win a gold medal for himself for being so great.
Well, as much as I despise some of his actions, the man knows how to wrestle and he knows how to control.
The main event, whatever you want to call him. He is the whole freaking show. How about that?
And now just dropping
Look at that.
and flexing for the fans
Look at
that he
those
doesn't
guns.
care about.
Look at those guns. You don't need to conceal those guns, baby. You show those things in public.
Taking bull shooters to the gun show.
You
Oh,
don't
now
need
look
no
at that.
license.
And main event Daniels just drapes J.A.Y. across the top rope. He's headed to the top, maybe going for that double stomp that he's so famous for.
Yeah. And you were right, Scott. You called it right on the money.
And that double stomp often puts his competition. Both men made it back in time, but Daniels hit that cutter. Why? Frog splash! Frog splash from the heavens. That's got. God. The match has been back and forth the entire time. You are absolutely right. It is anyone's match.
Look at that.
Daniels just ducked.
See how he uses his brain?
Austin Young. There's the double stomp from the top. That's it. What?
He kicked out, Scott. He kicked out.
But Daniels springboarding off that bottom rope with the knee strike.
This is it.
Into the backbreaker position.
Got him. This is it.
And that's enough to do it.
And still, that was.
And let's not discredit Jacob Austin Young, returning from New Japan and giving it his all tonight.